Hello and welcome to your mini lesson on definition arguments. The goals and objectives today are to explain the purpose of definition arguments and identify three types of arguments of definition. So why do we make definition arguments? Our definitions are always changing. Sometimes they're inadequate or based on uncritical acceptance of definitions. So some examples are society can outgrow a definition. Right now, we are changing the definition of marriage. Definitions can be harmful to people, such as stereotypes. Definitions may have outlived their usefulness. The term prime time used to refer to the prime time of viewing on television, but now with Netflix and DVRs, prime time can be any time. And definitions can mislead as well. So when we make laws like that corporations are individuals, uh, we have to think about what does the word individual really mean? How should we define it? The first one is a formal definition. This is essentially just saying the best definition of your variable x is y. So an example of this would be your simple dictionary definition, such as Webster Online Dictionary defines a wife as, quote, a married woman, especially when considered in relation to her partner in marriage. Now, that definition may be outdated, that definition may be stereotypical, that definition may need changing. So this is where we get to our new definition of what a wife would be. That would be a formal definition argument. The second type is, operational definitions. And this is where something must satisfy certain requirements in order to be considered what it is. So X must satisfy Y requirements in order to be considered useful, safe, or effective. My example is laundry is not complete unless it is folded and put away. Those are my conditions. So when I tell my husband to do the laundry and he simply puts it in the wash machine but doesn't turn on the wash machine, doesn't then put laundry detergent in it, doesn't then put it in the dryer, and then doesn't fold it and put it away, I don't consider that task done. So I have to define what I mean by do the laundry. Another example is that the insurance industry does not consider water damage to houses caused by hurricane storm surges as insurable under hurricane insurance policies. Instead, homeowners need flood insurance. So insurance companies and law will really look at does it fulfill these particular requirements to be considered or to be insured. So that's where you get into some tricky operational definitions. Some other examples. You have X is in a category. X is defined by certain traits, A, B, or C. So my example is cheerleading is a sport, and then I have to give some conditions because it fulfills the requirements of being competitive and athletic. Or the legal corporate individual is a psychopath because it fulfills the requirements of self-interest at the expense of others and having no remorse. Or another example is graffiti isn't always art, sometimes it's just plain vandalism because art needs to be aesthetically pleasing and this is not, and B, it ruins public property. So I have to put some conditions, some operations onto my definition here. The final kind of definition argument is definition by example. This is when you can't really put your finger on it, but you know it when you see it. So you define something by by its examples. So X is defined by examples A, B, and C that we all accept as being part of that category. For example, I might say that Einstein is a genius, so I might define someone as a genius by comparing them or giving examples of other geniuses. Or rock artists. Who is in a class with the old school ones? Chuck Berry, Elvis, Beatles, Madonna, Aretha Franklin. So I would define what it means to be a rock star by giving examples, or define what it means to be a genius by giving examples. And those are the three types of definition arguments you may have, formal, operational, or example. For further clarification, please come to live class.